Wisha Stephanie, I'm so excited! I'm going to Taiwan after 2 hours of work today. So after I do this video, I am hopping in a taxi, going to work, and then I will be in Taiwan for days and days and days and days. Probably not days and days. We're coming back on Saturday. It's not that long of a trip, but it's enough to get a break from work, which it has been a crazy, crazy month. All right, so I decided that after the brain dump of my work month that I needed to follow somebody else's learning plan for a month. I needed to see somebody else's structure on how they learn the language. And I don't have the geographical ability or the mental power to go to a class, more so the geographical ability. I'm still going to be hopping around a lot in September, although much less than August. So I found an online course called Sensible, S-E-N-S-I-B-L-E, Chinese.com. I've been following them on Twitter and seeing some of their videos and things online and different posts, and I really like his approach. I actually forget the name of the gentleman that does it. Kyle, if I remember correctly, is the gentleman that does it. And actually, my login stuff, I can double check that because he gave out his private email address. Yes, his name is Kyle. And Kyle, like many language learners, went through a period where he tried to learn Chinese this way, that way, and the other way, and settled on this way, and it worked for him. Will it work for me? I don't know. We'll see. It's supposed to be a 7-hour video course, and I did most of day one today. Now, because I've been doing my own self-learning with other people's resources online for the past few months, it was a lot of review, but I saw a lot of things that I really liked that he went over in day one, that it took me weeks, if not a couple of months, to find some of this stuff while using other people's resources. And let me just look at day one. Oh, okay. So if I can show you the screen, which I'm not good at doing this. Sensible Chinese day one, and this is not going to work out well. I've packed all my equipment already, my recording equipment, so I'm just going to have to walk you through verbally what's on this. For example, day one is called Greetings, and actually, how many days is this? Is it just 7 days? That's the first week is 7 days. I'm not entirely sure yet. I haven't explored the website a lot. I haven't had a lot of time. I just needed to be able to sign up for something and know that I was going to start doing something else, something different, something structured. And so I signed up for it 2 days ago, and I finally had the chance this morning. Well, I'm still waiting for my lunch to arrive so I can bring that to work because I don't want to eat at the airport. You understand, right? Okay, so anyway, so here's the thing. In just day one greetings, he's got a 6-minute video about Ni Hao, right, and breaking down, starting to introduce the characters, starting to introduce the tones, and he has a lot of resources. He has 2 resources just for that short video, Free Pinyin course and native audio speaking and script. Now, for now, Ni Hao is not something I think I need. I do use it on a daily basis when I see people, when I get into taxis, when I go to stores, when I see some of the local folks at work, that kind of thing. Actually, we use English at work. That's not a lie, but I just realized that right now. We don't use any Chinese greetings at all at work. I probably could. I don't think anybody would fight me, but it's just not really done. It's a very English language environment. But anyway, so I'm not going to download that particular audio to my phone, but I look forward to when we get to the phrases that I haven't learned yet, a lot of those emergency phrases I said I usually taught my students. Those I haven't taught myself in Chinese yet, so I'm looking forward to those. I'm looking forward to things like what's your name, those kinds of things. I haven't been focusing on them. I'm not focused on speaking. So the attraction to Kyle's Sensible English is he's heavy on decomposing the characters in a way that helps you build up and learn more characters. So I'm on this course for the vocabulary. The speaking just comes along with it, and as I noticed within the first month of learning on my own, it's really hard to dissect the sounds from the characters in Chinese, although perfection in the sounds is not my goal. Speaking, having many long stretches of talking to people is not my goal. I want to read in the language. So I am going to be focusing more on the vocabulary. However, if there's audio that comes with it, I'll certainly practice it. It's there. I'll do it. And his next video is on knowledge, and he breaks down the characters, and he talks about there only being 214 components on day 1. Can I tell you, actually I could probably look it up if I had the time in my videos, on when I realized there's 214 radicals only, components. 214. Can I tell you how many lists of the top 100 radicals I found? Why would you make lists of the top 100 if there's only 214? I understand there are some that are more frequent than others, but I kept, like, when I found one that I liked and I started to import that into my Anki deck, and then I saw another one that had slightly different information that I liked, and I said, oh, well, maybe I should go with this list. And I kind of went back and forth, and for some of you, you may have seen that. But if there's 214, honestly, what I ended up doing in the end, after I realized that 214 number, is I just have an Anki deck with all of them, because that's not much more than 100. So I'm really glad that he mentioned that on the first try, or in the second video, on day 1. And then he has a practical section, so there's 2 short videos, then the third short video is practical, and in this sense, it's less so for me, but more so for a lot of folks, because I will just use the language, I'll look stuff up in a dictionary and just use it in person, and I'll just change the tones, I'll change the pronunciation, I'll do whatever I can until things are understood. I don't really have a fear of speaking, as you may have noticed, and I don't really have a fear of speaking in a foreign language either. I'm used to not being understood in a foreign language. I'm used to making so many mistakes that meaning is not conveyed, and altering how I'm saying it until meaning is conveyed. I'm used to using a lot of hand gestures and a lot of pictures and cameras and taking pictures of menus that are up like on a screen in a restaurant and then showing that to people. So I'm used to using alternate ways, and I'm used to not being understood. So this practical video isn't as much for me, but I can see it being really useful for a lot of people. What he asks you to do is he walks you through why you need to start speaking right away, why you need to start using the language right away, and he really boosts people up, and he gives them tools, and he gives them homework of saying ni hao to one person who speaks Chinese that day. And they're supposed to, in the comment section below, please leave your assignment comment below. And there's all these people that have left their information. You're just supposed to leave the name of the person that you said hello to in Chinese. So on the first day, he's having you look at the main parts of the language. He's explaining how they kind of combine together to mean other things, and he's having you use the language immediately. I like it. I like it. Again, it does sound like the course is more focused on speaking, but there's a heavy vocabulary component, and that's what I'm really going to be latching on to in the next few weeks. I don't remember, for some reason I thought it was a 7-hour video course, but now I'm looking at it, I'm not quite sure the length of it. However long it is, I'm going to write it out and use the resources that he has as much as possible. Oh, he does have some more resources in the other videos that I talked about. Sorry, I only talked about the first video, the 2 resources. The second video, he has 1, 2, 3 resources: how to write in Chinese, a list of all the pieces, free memorized Chinese radical course, yay. On the third video, he has 1, 2, 3 different places that you can practice speaking and doing that homework that he gave you. So, and I imagine future speaking homework as well. So it's really, really practical and really hands-on and very simple. Like I said, the videos are about 6 minutes each, and I was listening to them because they were a lot of review for me on what I've learned in the past few months. I was able to listen to these when I was getting ready for work today. So I don't think I'll be able to do that once we hit things I don't know. I'll be sitting here taking notes and things, but that's fine with me. I love microburst learning of like 5-6 minutes of things, or even shorter. I've told you about my of the Chinese with Eva videos that are what, 10, 15, 20 seconds long. I love those little bits of practice. So far so good. I was really hesitant because I think it's supposed to be like $189. It was on sale for $97. I'm a really picky language learner because I've taught language so much. And there are things that he did. Okay, if I'm going to tell you all the good stuff, I'll tell you the bad stuff. The stuff that doesn't appeal to what I'm learning is that when he first introduced the characters, he did say, don't worry about writing them for now. We might talk about that later, or here's a resource if you really want to delve into that. And for me, I found that tracing the characters really helped me demystify them and get rid of my deer in headlights with them, and got me to kind of be more playful with them instead of being scared of them. So I wonder if other people would be like that, Like, is there a course that starts with hands-on with the characters and we'll deal with meaning and sound and all of that later? And if there isn't, maybe that's where my niche is after all. I don't know. I'm still working that out. Anyway, so that was the one thing that I really didn't like. The second thing is I don't know how mobile friendly this is. There are videos, and today I watched it on my laptop, and excuse me, I'm going to try to watch it intentionally on my phone and try to do all of the exercises there. There's a lot of downloads and there's a lot of links, so I don't know how well that's going to work. I am bringing my Chromebook with me, which will work in Taiwan, unlike where I am now. So I do have a computer of sorts that will be with me on vacation, but I want to be able to learn on my mobile phone. So I'm really hoping that that this course can be usable in that way. But so far so good. I really like this. One of the other appeals in addition to the vocabulary is that in this course he does talk about the phonemic components of the characters, and I've only read just a tiny bit on that a few weeks ago. It went into the I want to read more about this category, and then August started and my work schedule exploded and I haven't been able to look into it. So having a specific day devoted to that, I think will really, really help, because that sounds really useful in decomposing and in saying and in understanding the characters. So I'm relieved that this is not a crappy course. Sorry, Kyle, it's not you, it's me. I've seen a lot of really shitty courses out there, and I've seen a lot of really bad teachers, but this doesn't look like it's anywhere near bad. It looks like it's actually really good and really useful. I'd say I wish I found it months ago, but honestly, I like the windy, kind of spastic exploratory path that I've been on. It's been really fun to see the different resources. And because part of my goal is not only, like, one of my goals is reading Chinese newspapers, and the other goal is in creating mobile apps to help people learn language, specifically some very specific functional language for expats in places like Shanghai, China. So in seeing all of the things that are created to help people learn language has helped me learn what's missing in the market, and have helped me learn what is really useful as a mobile phone language learner. So it's been awesome. I mean, have I progressed as much as some people could in the time period that I've been doing it? Nah, but I don't care. I've got a multi-pronged goal, and I think I'm doing okay. I feel a lot better than I did a few days ago when I hit that wall of I'm just not doing anything, I'm just not learning anything anymore. I started to work on my presentation for LanguageCon, and I got more of a big picture view of what's happening, and I feel a lot better about everything in general right now. And then starting this course and starting to reignite thinking about the language and using the language, I feel like I'm back on track again. And then after some more sleep over the next few days after work is finished for a week, I will definitely be back on track. So thank you for following me on this maddening journey. Yeah, the next time you hear from me, I will be in Taipei. With tons of traditional characters, not simple characters around me. So let's see how many walkabout videos I can get. I'm bringing my selfie stick. Yuck. But it has to be done. My wrists must be protected. All right, thank you so much. I'm going crazy. All right, 再见.